Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So get this, I was thinking the other day, you ever walk into a store or see an ad and just something? Like, you just get a good vibe? It's not a coincidence. It's this thing called neuromarketing. I know, it sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? Like they're zapping your brain to make you buy more toothpaste. But it doesn't have to be creepy. It's really about understanding what makes us tick, what makes us feel good, and what makes us trust a brand. So, here's the big question. The million-dollar question, really. How can brands use brain science to build real, genuine loyalty without crossing that super thin line into manipulation? It's a tricky one because nobody wants to feel like they're being played, right? We want to make our own choices. But what if brands could use this science to just make our experience better? To make us feel understood, appreciated, and happy to be there. That's the sweet spot we're talking about today. It's not about mind control, it's about mind. That's what we're diving into. Forget the creepy, manipulative stuff. We're going to look at the good side of things, the ethical side. So, grab a snack, get comfortable, because we're about to get into it. Let's break down 5 ethical neuromarketing tactics that help customers feel good about coming back again and again. It's gonna be fun, I promise. No lab coats required. Let's do this. Alright, first up, emotional anchoring. This sounds complicated, but I swear it's not. Think about Nike. When you see that swoosh, what do you feel? You don't just think, oh, sneakers. You think, just do it. You think of overcoming challenges, of that feeling of pushing through the finish line, of greatness. That's emotional anchoring. They've attached their brand, their little swoosh, to this huge, powerful feeling of empowerment and achievement. It's genius. They're not just selling you shoes, they're selling you the feeling of being your best self. Now, how do you do this without being a giant corporation with $1 billion ad budget? It's all about consistency. You pair your product or your service with a positive emotion, over and over again. Maybe your brand is all about safety and security, like a warm hug. Or maybe it's about excitement and adventure, that feeling you get right before a roller coaster drops. You use specific colors, sounds, or even phrases that trigger that feeling. It's like creating a little mental shortcut for your customers. When they see your stuff, their brain goes, oh yeah, this is the one that makes me feel safe. I like that. The key here, the ethical part, is that the feeling has to be genuine. You can't promise excitement and deliver a boring, clunky product. The emotion has to match the experience. When you do that, you're not tricking anyone. You're building a real, honest-to-goodness connection. The customer feels that positive emotion, they associate it with you, and that creates a bond. It's a powerful way to make people feel truly connected to what you do, and that's something they'll remember long after the purchase. Okay, chapter 2. Let's talk about reward loops. And this involves a little chemical in your brain called dopamine. Don't worry, we're not getting too sciencey. Just think of dopamine as your brain's little heck yeah button. When you do something good, your brain presses that button, and you feel a little rush of pleasure and motivation. It's what makes you check your phone for likes or finish one more level of a video game. Marketers know this, and they use it to create what's called a feedback loop, a trigger, an action, and a reward. So, the trigger could be a notification from an app. The action is you opening the app. And the reward? Maybe you get a coupon or earn some points or see a great new product. Dopamine hit. The problem is, some companies get really aggressive with this, and it starts to feel less like a reward and more like an addiction. They make the rewards random and unpredictable, so you keep checking and checking, hoping for that hit. That's when it crosses the line. It's not fun anymore. It's compulsive. The ethical way to do this is all about transparency and honesty. The reward should be real, and it should be instant. Think about a coffee shop loyalty app. The trigger is you buying coffee. The action is scanning your app. The reward is you instantly see your points go up, getting you closer to a free drink. It's clear, it's predictable, and it's fair. You're not being tricked. You're being rewarded for your loyalty in a way that feels good and respects your intelligence. It's a simple, satisfying loop that makes you feel appreciated, not manipulated. Let's get into our third tactic, and this one is so cool. It's called identity-based messaging. Deep down, we all have a vision of who we want to be, right? Our ideal self. Maybe it's someone who's adventurous, or someone who's a responsible parent, or someone who really values high-quality, sustainable products. We make choices every day that reinforce that identity. We buy the hiking boots because we're adventurers. We buy the organic baby food because we're good parents. We're constantly telling ourselves a story about who we are. This is where brands can connect on a really deep level. Instead of just saying, our product is great, they can say, you're the kind of person who appreciates great things. See the difference? It's not about the product anymore. It's about the customer. It's about aligning the brand with their values and their vision of their best self. When a brand says, you're the kind of person who values quality, and you see yourself that way, you feel seen, you feel understood. It's incredibly validating. The ethical way to do this is, again, all about authenticity. You can't just make stuff up. If your brand talks about sustainability, you better actually be using sustainable practices. If you're targeting people who value craftsmanship, your product better be well made. When you align your brand's true values with the customer's identity, it creates a powerful sense of belonging. They're not just buying a product, they're joining a tribe of like-minded people, and that makes them want to come back, because your brand helps them become the person they want to be. Alright, on to number 4. Consistency and pattern recognition. Our brains are basically giant pattern-detecting machines. They love, and I mean love, things that are familiar. It's a survival instinct. When something is familiar, it means it's predictable. And when it's predictable, it's safe. It saves us a ton of mental energy. Think about it. You don't have to relearn how to drive your car every morning, right? Your brain has the pattern down. It's easy. It's comfortable. This creates a feeling of ease and trust. Brands can tap into this in a huge way. It's why Coca-Cola has used the same red color and swoopy font for like 100 years. When you see that red can, your brain instantly knows what it is. There's no thinking involved. It's the same with the jingle for a fast food place or the layout of your favorite website. This consistency creates a ritual. You go to the same coffee shop, you order the same drink, you sit in the same area. It's not boring, it's comforting. It makes the experience feel like home. Now, the ethical side of this is simple. Don't use consistency to be lazy or to trick people into buying something they don't want. Use it to make their lives easier. Use familiar language in your emails. Keep your website layout intuitive and easy to navigate. Make the checkout process the same every time. When you use patterns to create a seamless, frictionless, and comfortable experience, you're showing respect for your customers' time and mental energy. They'll appreciate it, and that feeling of this is easy is a powerful reason to keep coming back. Last but not least, number 5, reciprocity and micro-rewards. This is one of the most fundamental principles of human psychology. It's so simple. When someone does something nice for you, you feel a natural urge to do something nice for them in return. If a friend helps you move, you buy them pizza, right? It's not a transaction, it's a social bond. It's about fairness and mutual respect. It's baked into our DNA to want to give back when we receive. Brands can use this in a really positive, ethical way by giving value first, with no strings attached. This isn't about a buy one, get one free deal. This is about giving something away before the customer has even thought about buying. It could be a super helpful blog post with tips, a free downloadable guide, a useful checklist, or even just a friendly, helpful answer to a question on social media. These are micro-rewards. They're small gestures of goodwill that build trust and show that you genuinely want to help. The whole point is that it has to be a real gift. You can't offer a free guide that's just a 10-page sales pitch. That breaks the trust immediately. But when you give away real value, you create a sense of positive obligation. The customer thinks, wow, they really helped me out. They're good people. It makes them want to support you when the time comes. They choose to return the favor not because they were tricked or pressured, but because they feel a sense of connection and gratitude. It's loyalty built on goodwill, and that's the strongest kind there is. So there you have it. 5 ways to use the amazing science of the human brain to build real, lasting relationships with your customers. We talked about emotional anchoring to create positive feelings, reward loops that are fair and transparent, and identity-based messaging that makes people feel seen. Then we covered how consistency makes everything feel comfortable and easy, and how reciprocity builds trust by giving value first. It's not about secret codes or mind control. It's about being more human, more empathetic, and more genuine in how we connect with people. The big takeaway here is that you can use these 5 tactics to build real loyalty, not addiction. You're not trying to hook anyone. You're trying to earn their trust and make them feel good about their choice to stick with you. It's about creating fans, not just customers. It's about building a community around shared values and positive experiences. When you focus on that, you're building something that can last, something that people are proud to be a part of. And isn't that what it's all about? Ultimately, this is the future. Ethical neuromarketing means everyone wins, your brand and your customers. You get a loyal, engaged audience, and they get an experience that makes them feel respected, understood, and happy. So go out there and build something real. Thanks so much for watching. I had a blast. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.